Let's be real. AI is getting smarter at a mind-blowing pace. It can write, it can create art, it can solve problems we thought were years away. But as its capability just explodes, it brings up a really fundamental question.
You know, as these systems get more and more powerful, who's getting left in the shadows? This isn't just some hypothetical thought experiment. It really gets to the very heart of how we're going to build this new, intelligent world.
Because here's the thing, the real secret sauce, the actual engine behind all this AI growth, it's not just the code and the data, it's people. It's professionals with deep-seated judgment, with lived experience, and that kind of nuanced understanding that machines, well, they just can't replicate on their own.
But that brings up a huge problem with the way we're currently building AI. You can almost think of it as the ghost in the machine. So picture this. An expert provides their invaluable insight, their knowledge, their hard-won judgment, and it all gets fed into an AI model. But the moment it's inside, that contribution, it just becomes invisible. It gets absorbed into this closed-off, opaque system, and where it came from is completely lost.
What you end up with is this completely lopsided deal. On one side, you've got the AI model. It just absorbs all this incredible knowledge, becomes a black box, and captures all the economic value. Meanwhile, the human expert, the one who provided that critical expertise in the first place, they become totally invisible in the process, and they get absolutely none of the value their knowledge helped create. It's a one-way street for sure. All right, so that's the problem. It's a huge imbalance. The big question is, how do we fix it? Well, the solution requires a pretty fundamental shift in how we think about this. We need to move away from just extracting knowledge and move towards a truly collaborative model. This new framework is built on a really simple but honestly a game-changing idea. Create an open system. A system where human knowledge doesn't just disappear. Instead, it stays visible, it's directly tied back to the person who provided it, and, this is the most important part, it stays economically active. And this is absolutely crucial. Your expertise is no longer something you just give away. Nope, it becomes an asset that you actually own. And as that knowledge is used by AI systems to create value, you keep that ownership and continue to benefit from it for the long haul.
Okay, so that all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But how do you actually make it work? How do you make knowledge something you can trace and value in a real, practical way? Well, the answer lies in the technology.
The solution is to anchor these human contributions on-chain using blockchain. What this does is it creates a permanent, a verifiable, and a public record for every single piece of insight an expert provides. It's locked in. Let me walk you through how this flow works, because it's a pretty straightforward four-step process. First, a human expert provides their insight. Second, that contribution gets locked in on-chain, creating a time-stamped, unchangeable record. Third, AI systems can then pull from and use this now traceable knowledge. And finally, here's the magic. When they do, value automatically flows right back to the original person who made that contribution. The benefits of a system like this are just huge. Human insight is no longer lost in some opaque pipeline. It's completely traceable and verifiable. Contributors get to earn rewards based on the real-world impact of their knowledge, and this value can flow anywhere in the world automatically, with no need for gatekeepers or slow manual processes. So let's zoom out for a second. What does all of this add up to? Well, when you put all these pieces together, you're not just fixing some small problem. You're actually laying the groundwork for an entirely new kind of AI economy. And this right here is the heart of the whole idea. This system totally reframes how we build AI. It's no longer about the extraction of human effort, treating people like a resource to be mined. It's about genuine collaboration with human intelligence, treating people like the essential partners they are in this process. So in this new AI economy, the people who are shaping these incredibly powerful systems are no longer the invisible ghosts in the machine. They're seen. They are recognized for their specific contributions. They are rewarded directly for the value they create, and they get to share in the long-term success of the very AI systems they help to build. This really leaves us with one final, powerful question to think about. If we can actually succeed in making unique human expertise the single most valuable and the most rewarded asset in the entire AI ecosystem, what kind of future will that let us build together?